I hired a PI. Yes, I did. I hired a PI to follow my husband. And this guy is telling me that Kevin is in Miami with
a situation over the 12 years that I've been here entertaining you on television. Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson. Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. She'll be almost, I think she'll be 3 next month, don't you know? Good morning, Kelvin.
Now look, I know y'all have noticed, Kevin Hunter has been real quiet lately, especially since that Wendy Williams money train officially got cut off under her new financial guardianship. And while the internet is having a field day laughing at his karma, here's where it gets messy. The one really feeling the burn right now is Sharina Hudson. For over a decade, her whole lifestyle allegedly relied on Wendy's millions. But with the cash flow frozen solid, insiders are saying Sharina went from high-end luxury to struggling to keep the lights on, buried under failed side businesses. Whether you ride for Wendy or think she got what was coming to her, the truth is, Kevin and Sharina got way too comfortable spending money they didn't earn, thinking Wendy would never step away.
It's gonna take a lot of time because, I'm getting emotional. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do this. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will ever bring the energy, the charisma, the passion, the expertise, the talent, and whatever else you want to call it, like you seen Kelvin Hunter and my ex, Wendy Williams, and the team that was behind us. And I mean the whole team. That includes my current lady now.
And this is the part people can't stop talking about. Long before Wendy allegedly even knew who the other woman was, Kevin was actually bringing Sharina around the camp. Back in 2007, Wendy and Kevin threw a big party in New York, and Sharina was right there in the mix at just 21 years old. The only reason we even know this is because those pictures eventually leaked to the press, and fans believe Sharina put them out there herself. Y'all, the disrespect is crazy. Most side situations stay in the dark as long as the rent is paid, right? But online speculation claims Sharina actually wanted to be all up in Wendy's face. Kevin let her get too close because he reportedly felt Wendy was never going to pack her bags. Plus, Kevin wasn't about to walk away from his literal cash cow. Some critics say Wendy had to know something was up, considering she made a living exposing everybody else's business. Rumor has it she might have turned a blind eye just to keep her marriage intact. According to Kevin's own sister, though, Wendy really was in the dark about exactly who the mistress was until those notorious vacation photos hit the blogs.
Wendy is not stupid. She's very smart. I agree. But when you got this dude that's coming from the hood, that's promising you things, and he's there he's supposed to be there to be a protector. He's supposed to be there to help you, to make sure. No, my brother is not as bad as should. You understand what I'm saying? But he was damn near.
Word on the street is Charlemagne, the god, is the one who originally introduced Kevin and Sharina, and Kevin allegedly used him as the perfect cover story to keep her around. If Wendy ever asked questions, the excuse was just that Sharina was with the crew. Before meeting Kevin, reports say Sharina was literally sleeping in her car, but once she locked in with Wendy's husband, she upgraded to a paid-for condo real quick. She figured out the game fast. As long as she played her position, the bags, the jewelry, and the cars kept coming, all allegedly funded by Wendy's hard work. But the bigger question is, how was he hiding the money? According to reports, Kevin was moving funds around, allegedly pawning Wendy's belongings without asking, and reportedly even using a charity foundation to wash money and buy gifts for his mistress. It gets wilder. They'd even travel to the same vacation spots as Wendy, with Sharina keeping her own bodyguard on deck just to make sure the two women never crossed paths. Back then, she allegedly didn't care about the disrespect, because Kevin kept promising he'd leave Wendy when the time was right, which basically meant whenever he squeezed every last drop of cash out of her.
Went to LA for business. And I hired a PI. Yes, I did. I hired a PI to follow my husband. And this guy is telling me that Kevin is in Miami with the girl. This is where you show the picture of them on the beach. You know the picture where she's going to the camera and he's laying there on the cell phone like they're chilling like a couple. You understand what I'm saying? The PI was taking pictures of them going to the gym, going to dinner, her with Gucci Poochie.
For a long time, Sharina was supposedly cool with the setup as long as she didn't have to go back to her old life. But hitting that 10-year mark in the shadows will change a person. According to Kevin's sister, he wasn't delivering on any of those big career promises he made her. He kept her pockets full, sure, but Sharina wanted the spotlight and was reportedly getting bitter watching Wendy get all the shine. On top of that, reports claimed Sharina had gotten pregnant multiple times over the years, but Kevin allegedly pressured her to handle it quietly so his cash cow wouldn't find out. That's why the internet is looking at this sideways, because eventually, Sharina started pushing back. She reportedly gave Kevin an ultimatum: claim me in public, or else. When he dragged his feet, she allegedly forced his hand and let the drama spill into the streets. But honestly, that backfired on her worse than she could have ever imagined.
Hear nothing. I don't want to hear how she helped you and she was supportive and she went with you to Honduras. I don't want to hear none of that. Like I said in the first interview, she was not supposed to be there. They were still.
Once this hit social media, the whole conversation changed. Instead of popping off as a boss or building her brand, she got dragged. The internet tore her and Kevin to shreds for doing Wendy so dirty, especially once the relationship was officially out in the open.
Information, like I said, it saved my life. There was a point where I couldn't explain my headaches, my stomach problems. I went to every doctor you probably think of, and nobody could give me an explanation.
But let's keep it a buck. Nobody was checking for her vegan brand or that clothing line she tried to launch. Both of them pretty much flatlined. And once Kevin realized he couldn't magically turn Sharina into the next media mogul to fund his lifestyle, reports say he checked out fast. Word is, he scrubbed her off his Instagram, sold their shared spot, and pulled a disappearing act. With no Kevin money coming in and the business is stalling, Sharina reportedly had to pivot hard into selling real estate just to survive. Her whole aesthetic flipped from soft life luxury to a mom trying to pay the bills. People close to the situation say Kevin likely sold her a dream, filling her head with nonsense that he was the mastermind behind Wendy's success and could do the exact same thing for her. That's why she got so bold. But Wendy built Wendy. She was the talent. She was the draw. And nobody can rewrite that history. Sharina learned that lesson the hard way. If she knew Kevin was just riding his wife's coattails the whole time, maybe she would have played her hand differently. But what do y'all think about how this played out? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more real talk.